But lately, we have one, two, three fire. No, four fire. Yeah.
NBC2 issuing a fire alert today. More brush fires popping up as we move into the heart of the dry season. How you can keep your home safe right now. Plus, a truck driver takes a dive right into a pond in Alva. Hear from the homeowner moments before the crash happened in his property.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine to have to bury a child.
6 people packed onto an ATV sent flying into the air after a crash. The driver did not survive. Hear why neighbors say that they are not surprised in the least that this happened.
Live, the news you count on. NBC2 News at 6.
And it's very scary because when it's a fire, it's windy like today, the fire spreads so fast.
NBC2 is issuing a fire alert today. Our 3 largest counties, Lee, Collier, and Charlotte, all in high brush fire danger. Thanks for counting on NBC2. I'm Brad Hamilton. Southwest Florida is moving into the heart of dry season right now, and we're seeing the effects. In the past week alone, fire crews have battled to protect homes from at least 4 brush fires from Lehigh Acres to Immokalee, 2 sparking alone yesterday. NBC2 is bringing you team coverage today as the threat for brush fires is elevated. First Alert meteorologist Pat Kavlin is tracking the fire danger today. But first, let's hear from our own Chandler Blackman in Lehigh Acres. Chandler, crews just put out a brush fire 3 weeks ago. What can you tell people right now on how to prepare for the fires to come?
This is one of the many sites that's been consumed by brush fires in Lee County over the last few weeks. Neighbors living nearby say taking extra precaution right now could save homes in the future.
We're always on higher alert this time of year. We know when it comes. It comes the same time every year.
Fort Myer Battalion Chief Scott Davis isn't talking about Easter. He's talking about a disaster that could destroy homes in Lee County. Brush fires.
Normally, even this time of year, we have 70–80% humidity, so the air is nice and wet. But right now we're at like 30s, and so we have very low humidity, which means everything dries out all that much faster.
This change of pace has led fire crews to respond to more brush fires.
Probably 2 or 3 a day now. You know, as a county as a whole, it's probably easy to say there's multiple every day.
Emilio Gonzalez called in one of those fires about a month ago. He says he was working in his backyard and started smelling something suspicious. That's when he started seeing smoke filling the air.
And it's very scary because when it's a fire...
We've got breaking news right now at 6. A man was pulled from the water after his truck took a dive right into a pond. This happened off of North River Road here in Alva. Now, that's where Zach Barrett is right now. Zach, what is the homeowner saying about this?
He's dead now.
Okay. Well, me and my friends are going to take a look around, so I need you and your friends to get out of here.
Come on, yo. All right, let's slide. Real.
400 farm workers were able to get the vaccine today. This was at Mission Peniel on Boston Avenue. The site administered Johnson & Johnson vaccines to underserved essential workers. Remember, these are those one-and-done shots. More than 600 corona vaccine appointments are open right now across Southwest Florida. These are at Walgreens in Charlotte, Lee, Collier, DeSoto, and Hendry counties. Appointments are available through Thursday at many of the locations. And remember, tomorrow, all adults in the state are eligible for the shot. NBC2 is actually tracking coronavirus in real time. You'll actually be able to see that the Florida Department of Health is reporting more than 6,000 new infections today. 67 COVID-related deaths are also confirmed. Zooming into our corner of the state, 362 new cases coming from our 6 counties, 7 deaths in our area. We're also tracking that the positivity rate is coming in at about that 6.3% again. Remember, under 5% is considered a safe level for community spread. From your Collier County News team, 1 person is dead after an ATV went airborne and threw all 6 people riding into the ground. This happened along Oil Road this morning. NBC2's Brad Hamilton is walking us through how this happened and how it's hitting close to so many neighbors. Troopers say that it was this raised driveway that caused the ATV to go airborne and then crash into the pavement, throwing all 6 passengers off board, ultimately killing a 28-year-old Naples man. Neighbors today are completely shaken up for the family involved and say that this hits extremely close to home.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine to have to bury a child.
Shocked. All right, at least you could say they were honest. Collier County deputies arrested Richard Resto, this guy, after nearly crashing into the back of a patrol car on US 41. After finally pulling over, the passenger told deputies that he should not be driving. Deputies also noticed about 10 small empty liquor bottles on the floor in the front of the car. Now that's a party. And nearly 30 more in the back seat. Resto was arrested for DUI and blew nearly 3 times that legal limit.
All new tonight at 6.
Less water is rushing down into the Caloosahatchee, and we'll speak about how much the Army Corps is lowering these releases and the latest red tide report next. Plus, at least they were honest. What this guy and his passenger told Naples police when they got pulled over after almost crashing into an officer's cruiser. A wrong-way driver was killed after crashing head-on into a pickup truck early this morning. This happened along US 41 in Charlotte County near Evergreen Drive. The 83-year-old wrong-way driver died at the scene. The 3 people in the pickup truck suffered minor injuries. Florida Highway Patrol is investigating this crash. Governor Ron DeSantis ordered that all flags be lowered to half-staff in honor of the Capitol police officer killed on Friday. This comes after President Joe Biden ordered flags to be lowered. The flags will stay at half-staff until sunset on Tuesday. A burglar was caught red-handed in Naples, rummaging through a car right in someone's driveway. Naples police say that the homeowner, this guy, John Michelson, was sitting right inside his car. When the homeowner confronted Michelson, he said the burglar attempted to try and steal cash. The homeowner was able to take a pic of the thief before he ran off. Police eventually found him near Cambier Park, but he kept running from officers. Once he was caught, Michelson told police that he was running to work out. A nice try, and I don't think they bought it. For the second week in a row, the Army Corps of Engineers is reducing the amount of water being released into Lake O. Today, the water release dropped about 538,000 gallons per minute down to the Caloosahatchee. That's down from about 673,000 gallons per minute from last week. Right now, Lake O is still more than 2.5 feet higher than it was a year ago. Meanwhile, red tide getting worse in Charlotte County. That red dot in Charlotte Harbor is a high concentration of that toxic stuff. Right now, most of the red tide is being found off the shores of Charlotte County, but red tide alerts are still in place for Bonita Springs Beach Park right now. Well, coronavirus is having more impacts on our health, much more than we actually realize. We'll explain the impact of COVID quarantine in the next Destination Health. Well, we all know coronavirus has changed a lot of things in our life. But even if you didn't test positive for the virus, COVID quarantine could be affecting your health. Lisa Fernandez explains in Destination Health.
While the COVID-19 vaccine is giving us all hope, doctors say COVID-caused isolation is actually affecting our health. Dr. Ashanti Abarca Selva shares with us some of the serious illnesses being caused.
Well, the season of high school basketball All-Star Games continues with Southwest Florida's newest All-Star Game. Plus, 2 national championships will be crowned in the city of Palms at the Geico Nationals.
It's just a great opportunity for us to reach people and for them to see our product as far as the building and what attracts people to come here.
For the last 4 days, the FSW brand has been on full display across the nationally broadcast basketball games at the school hosts the Geico High School National Basketball Championships. Mater Bay Academy out of Orlando area taking on Sunrise Christian from Kansas, and that's the way they'll be playing. In the first, Sunrise catches the Mater Bay defense sleeping, and future Baylor Bear Kendall Brown wakes them up with a thunderous slam. Sunrise up 3 early in the first. Kansas commit Grady Dick hits the reverse layup underneath, pretty finish, and then Sunrise back up 3, but Mater Bay would lead by 2 at the half. Langston Love, injured all week, wasn't supposed to be playing today, but Baylor signee poured in 13 points. Mater Dei up by 6 after this, but Mater Bay really making a statement in the third quarter, and Jalen Duran with an exclamation point on this one, the one-handed alley-oop. The final in this one was 62-52. Mater Bay again wins a national championship.
I mean, all the work we put in, all the long practices, not being at home, all that we put in, it just like a weight lifted off our shoulders. We got the final goal that we were working for the whole year, so that was a great feeling. We played big in the biggest game, so that's all that matters, and we came out with the win.
This is Mater Bay's 5th national title, 2nd in a row, even though Geico Nationals were canceled last year. Congrats are also in order for the Westlake High School out of Georgia. The Lions defeated St. Paul VI 70-50 today in Suncoast Credit Union Arena to win the Geico Nationals girls tournament. Latson had 31 points, the 4-time Georgia State champ, and now national champions. Sticking with high school basketball, last night the local nonprofit Hoops Mission hosted its first ever All-Star game featuring some of the best local high school hoops products, or as the Hoops Mission founder Dwayne Jackson likes to call them, the neighborhood heroes. Well, they certainly looked like heroes last night with a high-flying action, but Jackson didn't want his All-Star games to follow the same formats that others in the area did, wanting to highlight those who have made a positive impact in the community. So as head coaches for the two teams, Jackson invited FSW assistant Robin Wright and former Fort Myers Green Wave star Tatum Hayes.
I was super appreciative, to be someone he called on, but also that's just a focus, and I think that's something that needs to be seen more of, because there's no reason women can't coach men.
This is why I started Hoops on Mission, because I feel like this is my calling in life. This is what God called me to do. So I use basketball to bring kids together from different ethnicities and cultures and spread the gospel and play basketball and have fun and live on mission. And that's what this is all about today.
Oh yeah, and the game's MVP was awarded a $500 scholarship that went to the Canterbury's Alan Cedino.
I've always dreamed of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say I've always doubted myself. We made it this far, we made it to the Final Four. Three-time state champion with Fort Myers Green Wave, Destiny Henderson looking to will her South Carolina Gamecock squad to a national title berth last night. Dawn Staley and the Gamecocks got Stanford in the Final Four last night in San Antonio. In the third quarter, Destiny Henderson starting to feel it from deep. The game tied at 43, and the former Greenie was just heating up with minutes to play. Henderson pulls up from deep. Gamecocks back up 65-64, but the ensuing Stanford possession, Haley Jones, right place, right time. The Cardinal knocks off South Carolina, and that bucket was the difference. And that's all we have for sports and our show tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in.